This is Arizona, the crown jewel of the southwestern United States when it comes to national parks. There are over 20 national park units here. There are spectacular natural wonders like the Grand Canyon, which we covered in an earlier episode. Saguaro National Park and Organ Pipe National Monument preserve unique and unusual stands of the North American desert's most majestic cacti. A short drive from Monument Valley, Navajo National Monument. This is the Betatacan alcove, where lived over 100 ancient Puebloans, or Kayenta people as they were called. First settlers arrived here about 500 AD, where they found a savanna-like grassland covering much of what is now Wupatki National Monument. Next door, Sunset Crater. The youngest volcano on the Colorado Plateau created a new landscape here after a series of eruptions between 1040 and 1100 AD. The first permanent inhabitants of the canyon arrived here about 500 AD, farming and living along the canyon rim. This prehistoric culture has been labeled by archaeologists as the Sinagua, from the Old Spanish name for the region. This is part of the Montezuma Castle National Monument. The castle is a very popular park with over 450,000 visitors each year. It's easy to understand why. A 20-room, high-rise perched in a towering limestone alcove, this is an impressive piece of ancient architecture. This magnificent stone structure had 110 rooms and at one time was home to 250 or so souls. A city, if you will, with all the issues, good and not so much so, that are associated with a large group of people living in close proximity. In large, protected alcoves in the sandstone cliffs, nestled on saguaro-studded mountains, these well-preserved cliff dwellings were occupied from the 13th to early in the 15th century by Salado people who farmed in the Salt River Valley, supplementing their diet with native plants and hunting. This is the Casa Grande, or Big House, as it was called by Padre Eusebio Francisco Kino when he first saw the ruins in 1694. The name stuck, and it's now the Casa Grande Ruins National Monument, protecting one of, if not the largest prehistoric structures built in North America. In a slight digression from our Footprints of the Ancients theme, there's a very interesting and historic site in Arizona on the Navajo Nation, the Hubble Trading Post National Historic Site. This is Canyon de Chelly National Monument. For over 5,000 years, people have lived in this magnificent canyon for a longer continuous occupation than anywhere on the Colorado Plateau.